was blessed a long time ago to invest my money the right way and, put what you think about me. I don't care what you say about me. You're not in the position that I'm in.
Terence Crawford isn't taking Floyd Mayweather's jabs lightly anymore. After Floyd criticized Crawford's recent win, calling it undeserved and even sharing a private sparring video, Crawford revealed that Floyd actually owes him money and it's about time he stops pretending to be wealthy. Crawford claims the total debt is around $31 million, tracing back to the early days of their relationship. This revelation comes just days after Floyd found himself in another financial mess, being sued in Las Vegas for failing to pay for his cars. According to Crawford, Floyd's online antics are just a way to seek validation while his financial situation may not be as solid as he portrays.
I couldn't choose a better guy for the job.
He's gonna make you hundreds of millions, you said?
Hundreds of millions, it sounds good, but we're in the billionaires club.
The lawsuit that sparked Crawford's reaction was filed less than 10 days ago in Clark County District Court, painting a troubling picture for the former champion. Mayweather Promotions LLC was named in the complaint alongside Floyd himself, with Vegas Auto Gallery claiming that Floyd purchased 4 luxury vehicles totaling over $2 million on July 3rd. The lineup included a 2018 Mercedes Maybach, a 2023 Ferrari, a 2023 Porsche, and a 2025 McLaren. Court documents reveal that Floyd initially issued 2 checks, one for $1.6 million and another for $650,000, only to later instruct the dealership not to deposit them.
That they did some shady practices. So this is a response to their lawsuit that he bought 4 cars in the amount of $2.3 million back in July. And one of the cars was $1.2 million, which was a 2018 special edition Maybach. I don't know, something really, really fancy. Very, very rare.
Instead, he showcased the purchase on Instagram, flaunting the cars in front of his 29 million followers. According to the dealer, Floyd never planned to keep the vehicles and only used them as props to strengthen the Money Mayweather image. In the end, Floyd returned 3 of the cars and agreed to keep the Maybach as part of a settlement worth $1.2 million. But the issue is that the payment was never made.
We got options. I got about 100 cars. But right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16.
By signing the settlement, Floyd and Mayweather Promotions effectively confessed to the judgment, meaning they acknowledged owing the money in advance and gave up the right to legally challenge the agreement if they failed to pay. Despite that airtight deal, the dealership claims Floyd missed several payment deadlines, even after being granted an extension. Attorney Michael Cristalli, representing Vegas Auto Gallery, summed it up bluntly, saying their filing speaks for itself and that despite Mr. Mayweather purchasing the vehicles, issuing checks, and signing purchase agreements, he ultimately refused to pay for them.
$5 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right.
This kind of claim isn't new when it comes to Mayweather, as over the years multiple businesses have accused him of paying late or refusing to pay altogether for goods and services. From unpaid wages at his now closed Las Vegas strip club, Girl Collection, to disputes with jewelry dealers and event promoters, the same pattern has followed him. The man who proudly flaunts his wealth has repeatedly found himself entangled in disputes over unpaid debts.
I mean, dang, Floyd Money Mayweather. Man, wow, y'all around here getting Rolexes, not paying for them. Man, y'all got stacks of money, owing jewelers money. Man, how y'all around here, man, getting millions of dollars in all this jewelry and leaving $200?
That's where Crawford's comments come into focus, because his claim that Floyd owes him roughly $31 million doesn't appear to be coming out of nowhere. While Crawford's camp has stayed quiet on the details, the context points to a few possible explanations. One is that Crawford may be referring to money he believes he lost by never getting a fight with Mayweather. When Floyd retired in 2017, Crawford was rising fast in the pound-for-pound rankings, already a unified champion at 140 pounds and moving toward dominance at welterweight. A Mayweather versus Crawford bout at that time would have been massive, with the potential to generate hundreds of millions in pay-per-view revenue.
I know life is hard, I know life is expensive, but come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants.
Another possibility is that the issue stems from business dealings outside the ring, as Mayweather's promotional arm has been involved with numerous fighters, events, and joint ventures over the years. In boxing, disputes over unpaid percentages, marketing cuts, or unmet promotional obligations are nothing new. What makes this situation even more striking is the culture surrounding sparring footage. Crawford's comments surfaced shortly after a private sparring clip involving Floyd began circulating. And in boxing, sparring is treated as sacred. What happens in the gym is rarely meant for public view, as fighters test themselves behind closed doors, and leaking such footage is widely seen as a breach of trust.
Man is getting ready. Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas. We had to get the ones. Make it rain. Check it out. I need everybody. That girl collection, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl, but whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl collection.
The irony is that Floyd built his identity around two pillars: an undefeated record and the image of untouchable wealth, with 50-0 and the money team completely woven into his brand. Seeing him now caught up in lawsuits over bounced checks and unpaid luxury cars chips away at that image. And Crawford, coming off becoming undisputed in 3 different weight classes and the only fighter to do it in the 4-belt era, has the credibility and stature to call him out.
So the money's really gone.
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money.
All that money.
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's gone. Trust me. Now it's like you call him, he'll be at.
The details of the Vegas Auto Gallery case highlight how fragile the Money Mayweather image can become when it's tested in court, as filings allege that Floyd not only failed to pay but also publicly criticized the dealership, telling his millions of followers to stay away. The dealer claims those posts sparked threats from Floyd supporters, turning the dispute into more than just a financial issue. From their perspective, it's about reputational harm as much as unpaid money, while for Floyd, it reflects a growing pattern of fighting battles both in court and online, attempting to win publicly what he appears to be losing privately.
Yeah, and then about the whole 50 Cent story, you gotta hear
accusations that Floyd Mayweather has unpaid debts with fellow athletes. A widely known allegation comes from rapper 50 Cent, who accused Floyd of cheating him out of $2 million during his jail sentence.
Then are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was invested in.
All right.
So look, he goes. When he finally does.
Crawford has also been calculated and intentional when it comes to money, choosing to walk away from top rank after years of disputes and betting on himself for the Errol Spence Jr. fight, a gamble that paid off with a career-defining victory. Now sitting at the top of the sport as an undisputed champion across 3 divisions, he is financially secure on his own terms. When Crawford takes aim at Floyd, it isn't simply as a critic, but as someone who views himself as Mayweather's successor, both in terms of boxing legacy and the independence that comes with controlling his own path.
We're gonna get to it. What's up? We're gonna get to it. International with it.
Meanwhile, Floyd's legal team is attempting to flip the car case by accusing the dealership of fraud, claiming they withheld documents such as the odometer certification. However, legal experts have already dismissed the countersuit as weak, with Chris Daly labeling it frivolous and ridiculous. Ultimately, it underscores Floyd's biggest problem, as his attempts to fight back in court appear far less convincing than the growing evidence that he simply failed to pay.
I believe in building generational wealth, even like when my children, all 4 of my children, are adults. And I told them, no more handouts, because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money, I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my...
With Floyd facing mounting financial and legal issues, Crawford also pushed back at him for dismissing his fight with Canelo as easy because Canelo was supposedly washed. Crawford explained that he entered the bout with a clear, disciplined game plan, one that even drew from Mayweather's own style. In an interview with Inside the Ring, he said the strategy was rooted in history, as he studied how Floyd Mayweather Jr. broke down Alvarez with slick defense, how Dimitri Bivol used structure and discipline to completely neutralize him, and even how Canelo's limited mobility showed cracks in fights like the one against William Skull. For Crawford, the blueprint was obvious, and he said plainly that he knew he was going to win, noting that whenever Canelo faced a style like his, he struggled, and Crawford believed he had all those tools and even more.
It became a fight where Crawford made it where Canelo, to have any chance, he had to go
get close. So he had to go through a bad neighborhood.
Yep.
And Crawford mugged him. It's that simple. He had to go through a bad neighborhood to get anything done, to get to the place that something was going to be done good.
Yeah.
And he got mugged going through that neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Well, if I think about it, if I do come back.
Despite the grand setting, the fight unfolded under quiet expectations, with most assuming Alvarez's size and power would settle the contest long before the final bell. Canelo tried to assert his strength early, but he quickly encountered Crawford's impenetrable defense. Crawford blocked, slipped, and countered with patience. His punches never flashy but consistently effective. As the rounds passed, Alvarez's power never felt decisive, and Crawford reflected, "There's never been a formula to beat Terence Crawford, so I knew I had a good chance of winning." While the crowd anticipated a Canelo explosion, Crawford methodically constructed a masterpiece of precision. As the championship rounds neared, his corner offered a final warning: "They're not going to give it to you."
Shout outs to Crawford. You did it, boy. You did it. For those who still aren't quite sure what they witnessed last night, I'm gonna let you know that you witnessed what is called a notorious boxing clinic. This is everything done right, okay? First,
Crawford responded by turning up the pressure, increasing the tempo, and controlling the final 2 rounds. When the last bell sounded, the judges confirmed what had already been clear. Crawford had won, extending his record to 42-0 with 31 knockouts and cementing his place in boxing history. He became the first fighter ever to unify all 4 major belts in 3 different divisions, a level of dominance not seen since Henry Armstrong in 1938, when undisputed status carried a different weight.
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me, you know, but for me, I knew I could do it and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were going to beat him?
And yet, in the aftermath, Crawford sounded almost indifferent, saying calmly, "I don't feel anything special. It was meant to be," as if greatness were simply his natural state. Perhaps the most remarkable part of his story is that he framed the fight not as an impossible challenge but as an inevitable outcome, the product of preparation, study, and conviction. Now, the focus has shifted back to Floyd, with Crawford dismissing Mayweather's attempts to downplay his victory. He pointed out that Floyd has his own issues to handle. After all, he's the one being taken to court over unpaid luxury cars and suddenly chasing big-name events. For Crawford, any criticism from Mayweather feels hollow, as Floyd's return to the ring seems motivated more by money than legacy.
See, I think that for me, I watch defense as much as I watch offense. So,
Yeah.
like I thought, like watching Bud catch those shots off his glove,
He looked amazing.
so amazing.
Yeah,
to
he
me.
looked good.
Yeah,
He
he'd
looked
go to
great.
a body and he'd catch that and come up with an uppercut. You know, just all those things that seem.
He looked great.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody do that to ever.
No one has.
Mayweather has already signed on to face heavyweight legend Mike Tyson next year. While it's billed as an exhibition, the timing hasn't gone unnoticed. Floyd is coming off a series of lawsuits in Las Vegas, including a $1.2 million judgment from Vegas Auto Gallery, and another high-profile payday fits the very pattern critics have highlighted for years. On top of that, Floyd has now hinted at something even bigger, a potential rematch with Manny Pacquiao. In an interview, he admitted that talks are ongoing, and while nothing is finalized, the possibility is actively being explored.
We getting ready.
Pacquiao's advisor, Sean Gibbons, confirmed that Pacquiao is interested, noting that they had already signed with PBC and Al Haymon back in 2019 with the goal of making Mayweather-Pacquiao 2 a reality. At that time, Mayweather pulled back. Later, when Pacquiao defeated Adrian Broner and then Keith Thurman, Floyd again distanced himself, even leaving the arena before the official decision was announced in the Thurman fight. That rematch never happened, and Pacquiao eventually retired after losing to Yadenis Ugas. Now, however, Pacquiao is back in the conversation.
You gonna fight him today?
Even here.
Oh my goodness.
Tell me about that fight a little bit. Being in there with Floyd being in there with you, like what was the experience like being there in the ring fighting him finally?
It's good, but despite all those things, but then after the fight, right after the fight, I went to the hospital and got operated. My
Yeah, you got an operation. Yeah. I remember you posted a picture of.
Really hurt.
Was he better or? He recently returned to the ring against Mario Barrios, and although the decision didn't go his way, he demonstrated enough to convince his team that he still has more to offer. According to Gibbons, Pacquiao's drive isn't solely financial but also historical. At 46, he still wants to set new records, challenge the younger generation, and prove himself once more. Only Floyd knows, Gibbons said when asked about a potential rematch, adding, "Manny is always available if it makes dollars and makes sense."
But I don't think I thought I won the fight. Like I throw a lot of punches, even though he's moving around. Like I can imagine why I lost the fight.
Okay, Manny, wrapping this up, I got to ask you, because we talked about this Mayweather-Pacquiao. Do we see a rematch if you win on Saturday, Manny?
I don't know, just one at a time. Let's talk about that after the fight.
All right.
Floyd's response has been brief but telling. He told TMZ Sports, "There's been talks. There's been talks. It's possible. We just don't know. But as of right now, everything is going great, and I feel good. Working hard every day. And I can't wait for 2026. That statement speaks volumes. Floyd hasn't fought professionally since 2017, yet he's openly entertaining the idea of a comeback for a fight that would generate massive revenue. For a man facing multi-million-dollar lawsuits, the reasoning is straightforward. Fight nights bring in fast, significant money.
Floyd Mayweather, why isn't he in the top 5?
Floyd Mayweather, he's running the whole 12 rounds and he won the fight.
Manny, who are the top 5 fighters you ever fought, you think?
Morales.
It's no coincidence that Floyd's chosen exhibition opponent is Mike Tyson. At 59, Tyson has already returned for a high-profile bout against Jake Paul, and even in defeat, the event generated massive headlines and financial returns. Matching Floyd with Tyson is less about genuine competition and more about spectacle. At this point, both men are banking on their names, with the appeal rooted in curiosity rather than any competitive balance.
Just talks and rumors all the time about potentially Manny Pacquiao and the Mayweather 2. Was there any truth to that, or is that still kind of up in the air of maybe potentially happening?
It's up to him. If he come out to retirement, we'll have a Mayweather Pacquiao too.
Would you do an exhibition with him, or would you potentially entertain an exhibition with someone like maybe a Conor McGregor?
No, I don't like exhibition. If Mayweather is my opponent, I don't like exhibition. Like I want a fight. Like there's a
The same dynamic applies to Pacquiao. A rematch more than a decade after their first encounter wouldn't settle pound-for-pound supremacy. Instead, it would function as a major financial event, tapping into nostalgia-driven pay-per-view interest. For Floyd, the appeal is obvious. He can earn massive sums while controlling the pace and terms of the fight. For Pacquiao, it's another opportunity to address unfinished business and add one more chapter to his already historic career.
Sounds like Manny's coming back December 13th.
December 13th?
I think so. Who in your gym do you have that could fight him right now?
Like Rollies.
What about him and Ryan?
Ryan's huge. That would be a good pay-per-view.
Him and Tank?
Tank would be huge pay-per-view.
And
that's what he's going after.
Floyd rematch is big too, I think.
That would be huge.
Who wins the rematch?
I think Floyd, but it would be huge.
Behind these announcements lies the reality of Floyd's financial situation. The lawsuits in Las Vegas strike at the carefully curated image he has projected for decades. The dealership alleges that he never intended to pay for the cars, using them instead to flaunt his lifestyle on social media. Court records indicate he signed a confession of judgment but failed to follow through, leaving him exposed to legal enforcement while simultaneously undermining the Money Mayweather persona.
Crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, fighters fighting, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million. But I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibition.
Given those circumstances, Crawford sees stepping back into the ring as the most logical move. It's what he knows best. Mayweather's career has always been built on his ability to generate massive earnings through boxing, often picking opponents strategically to maximize profit while minimizing risk. That mindset hasn't changed. At 48, with his undefeated record still intact, Floyd views the Tyson exhibition and a potential Pacquiao rematch as extensions of the same strategy. Chase the biggest possible payday under conditions he can control.
Pacquiao, he used to be with you for many years. He had a terrific performance. A lot of people want to see him fight again. Do you see him and Floyd fighting again? What did you think of his performance?
I don't think that's really a fight that'll get that much interest anymore. There's a lot of welterweights around, a lot of people that Manny can fight. Maybe he does a rematch. You know, at 46 with a layoff, I thought.
For Crawford, that's exactly why he has zero patience for Floyd's criticism. While Floyd dismisses his win over Canelo as easy, Crawford sticks to the facts. He faced Alvarez when the fight truly mattered, executed a clear strategy, and achieved something historic. Floyd, on the other hand, seems focused on one-off spectacles, turning his name into quick cash while facing financial scrutiny in court. Crawford's blunt response reflects this clear distinction. He's still building a lasting legacy, whereas Floyd is chasing paydays. And with lawsuits mounting, that pursuit of money starts to look less like a choice and more like a necessity.